Like, you gonna sit down and like, girl, you ain't no damn straight.
It's a possibility. We know how you do.
And we know I can't sing.
Okay, you alright.
I did.
Yeah, we alright.
Welcome to another episode of Sophisticated Shenanigans. I am Dominique.
I'm Carrie.
We did the intro this time.
We did. So
okay.
I remember that.
Remember to...
Still didn't do my lips.
I thought that's what you wanted to do.
Went to the bathroom. And then I was supposed to do my lips. But
your lips are fine, honey. They're fabulous. You're good. You're gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous.
Don't guess me.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Rate, share.
Do all that good stuff. All of it.
All that.
So, last episode, remember, I was just getting hip to She's Gotta Have It, the series.
Mm-hmm.
Finished the series, and I was expecting more from the show.
Hello. That's all I was saying.
I was very disappointed with the ending of it. Not necessarily just the ending, but just the show as it progressed.
It kind of went off the tracks.
It did. Like, I don't know if we were supposed to see growth with Nova Darling, because we didn't. I actually felt like on a couple episodes she digressed a little bit.
Yeah. She started irritating me a lot.
Girl, I was just like, maybe this is one I shouldn't binge watch. If it came on every week, maybe there's enough time in between to be like,
right. But see, because the difference, because a lot of people have been comparing it to Insecure, which
that's what I wanted. I wanted that Insecure feel.
Yes, that Insecure feeling, because Insecure really
resonated with a lot of people. Because I feel like I can relate on so many different areas.
I don't even have on earrings.
All right. What you want to do?
We can just continue. It's fine.
Go get your earrings.
I mean, my makeup.
You took them off because of that.
I did take them off because of your child.
Because he was going yank them things out.
Yanking at my earrings, yanking at my hair. It's a lot. Okay, anyways, back to what we were talking about. But like Insecure, for me, I could binge watch Insecure. If they would have gave us all the episodes, I would have been done
in 2 days.
It wouldn't even took me 2 days. I would have been sitting there like, what's next? Yes, Netflix, I'm still here. Like, but on HBO, play the next one. Let's go. What Lauren's crazy is.
Right. So, I'm hoping that next season either they have different writers, or because I don't feel like. Until they said Nola was 27, I did not know what her age was.
And that's why I was sitting there watching it before they told her age. I was like, how old is she supposed to be? Yeah. Because she not... And
I feel like 27 might have been a
little too old for her behavior, to me.
Definitely.
It's like, girl, get it together.
For her lifestyle, for you to be, when you're on your own and you're up north, I feel like a lot of people do grow up a little bit more.
I mean, if you're on your own, you have to be responsible. But to me, just her losing her key, and
that was saying grow up, and that was like the running theme of the show.
And I'm like, are you 7? Like what? Because I was a latchkey kid. Like if you ain't had your key, you wasn't getting in the house, and you was gonna get in trouble.
I have broken a window, not the glass. I took the screen out, pulled the window up to get into my parents' house, and I was in maybe 7th or 8th grade. Yeah. So for me, girl,
like what? How can you not keep? And okay, so and they tried to play with it like, oh, she was drunk or whatever. Drunk me don't lose nothing neither. Like the only thing I've lost, and I was very upset about this. This was during homecoming this past year, but it's not my fault because it was the purse that I packed.
Okay.
Packed. But it's my little case bag with the little, it's ostrich or whatever. And it ain't got the little, like, it's not like a fully closed purse. It's got like little edges of it to, for fashion. Yeah. That was open. And my friend was watching my purse though. So I still feel like it wasn't me who lost it. But it was my little fold from MAC. Them little lipstick, $16. Girl, I'm mad. Yeah. No. But I bought it like years ago, so.
Still.
I mean, $16 over the course of 2-3 years, so. But I would say, but And
then with the whole bounce check situation, I felt like her reaction with the dude, like, girl, you claim to be an adult, doing your own thing, you don't need these men, yet you crying on your phone, how am I pay my rent? How am I do this? If you don't be like, look, bro, give me my picture back. And call it a day, like move on. So
or run me my money in cash, and he did, which to me, her giving it back, I was like, girl, no. Never.
Not never.
Never. You will never get 10 grand
not no
back
10
from
stacks
me.
from me. I might give you 100. I ain't gonna give you 100 back either.
I'm not giving you that.
So next year, I hope either they get younger writers or
I think that was the issue because
something.
Spike Lee is an older man. He is trying to basically give us the viewpoint of a millennial, and he is not one. So in some ways, some of the writing was still just a little elderly,
little dated,
pretty dated, and her. I don't know. Just some of her reactions just aren't what we could relate to.
I don't feel like it was realistic.
Right. Well, they weren't realistic. And I would say, you know, if we're going to compare Insecure, the reason why Insecure was so popular and it did bang because it related so heavily to the 20-something life. Like,
so realistic.
Oh my gosh, it was so realistic.
Yeah. Also with, I think my last little tidbit on there, the whole polyamorous relationship. I feel like when the show first came out, or the movie came out in the 80s, that may have been a big deal because you didn't see women doing that often. But I feel in this age,
it's not
bruh, women is juggling 3 or 4 men.
This is true.
Easy.
No problem.
This isn't a big thing anymore. This is no.
Shoot a text. You good.
So, I don't know. I just... I supported it, and I will probably support season 2 because it's a black show, and I do want them to put more black shows out.
Right.
So I just hope that they do make those changes. So I'm gonna give it another run.
Yeah. And that's the hope is that next season, because you know we've seen what could be better. That hopefully Spike will bring on some more, not just female writers. Bisexual writers, right? You know, because
people who are in polyamorous relationships,
polyamory, that would be like perfect because then we could really get a true insight into what it actually is like. Right? Because to me, I really don't like the last episode
was so unnecessary.
I actually feel like if these dudes liked her the way they said they liked her, they're so about Noah.
Yeah.
They would have ran some hands. Ain't no way that whole thing would happen like that. There's no way.
Like somebody would have been hopping over that table.
If she has that snapper, like they're portraying her to have, they are not going to allow the disrespect.
All of the babes and kisses and hugs over here and all of that. It was just very unrealistic. It was unrealistic. All of them falling in the bed together at the end from the itis. Like, come on.
And that made me mad. I was really annoyed by that. I was like, really, bruh? Really?
That painting she did of them, I don't understand why she showed it. I really don't understand why she painted it. It was a lot. Yeah. I did see a little piece of an article that said, as far as with most polyamorous relationships, there are clear-cut
there are
boundaries, all of that stuff. Exactly. And that's not what was happening with Nola. Like, she had her rules, but in normal, like, real life,
it's a two-way street.
Right. The people know about each other. They know what it is. So it just really seemed like she was just trying to run game, and I'm cool with that, but just portray that as that, not...
Absolutely cool with it. Get it how you live, especially a female doing it, but... It was just portrayed really bad. I mean, not really bad, but it just wasn't done right.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Some of the episodes just ended so abruptly. There was no conclusion to this particular story.
There were pretty weird scenes that drug on a little too long and all that stuff. But like we said, we're going to support and just try and...
push through on that second season, so hopefully they come back with it, more funding, whatever is needed to make those changes.
No, I don't think it's funding. I think it's just Spike trying to,
maybe the younger writers is like, run me my money, and then Spike ain't, I ain't paying your damn money.
But it is Spike Lee, so people would want to do the, have the opportunity.
That is true. That is true. He is a very big name.
Yeah. So we saw last week Jay-Z came out and explained why he cheated on Beyonce, the goddess that she is. And it's really something that we both talked about over the past year as well. What things actually... Shut up out there!
Okay. Really can't follow
can't follow So anyway, but he explained why he cheated on her because he basically got to a point where he emotionally disconnected, and it's just like, I get it. And we've discussed this a lot over the past year. Like, not all men. We'll
just say people.
Some women do it too. So yes, because but anyway, you know, when you get to a point where you're kind of tired of emoting, some people do shut down, and they're just like, I'm gonna shut down, and then I'm gonna do something that's just wild out of the blue just to make myself feel better or feel alive.
I love that you said that.
Whatever.
Because it's really a self in that moment.
Yeah, it's all like, about
I want to do this for me. I am thinking about me in this moment.
Right. And then in thinking about that, I thought about how we were watching something. I can't remember what it was, but the feeling that your significant other is perfect.
Yeah,
that's a really hard thing. So essentially, on one side of the relationship, we're not necessarily just gonna keep saying Jay-Z and Beyonce, but in their particular situation, Beyonce has written songs and she's made it seem like Jay-Z is perfect. She has. And then Jay-Z comes out and cheats, and then we get a whole album, Lemonade, spectacular. We loved it, but that's where the disconnect is.
Did she make it seem like he was perfect though?
Jay-Z, I mean, Beyonce always talked about how poppin' Jay-Z was. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to really make it about them too, but
just the
unrealistic expectations of your significant other. Okay. And I mean, everybody kind of falls victim to it because in the beginning, everything is perfect, everything is amazing, it's so
new,
fun,
it's carefree.
I love it.
There's no responsibilities really. We're just having fun,
and we love each other, and then
life settles in, and you start to, it's not as much spontaneity. It's not, now conversations go from random experiences to what bills we gotta pay. I mean, real life stuff starts to kick in, and it does take its toll.
It does.
And I think if one partner actually realizes this, they should address it. I don't know how one would address it.
I mean, because I actually had heard of, and I was supposed to do this, but then I kept forgetting to do it. Like, I did like once in my last relationship. You do like check-ins. Yeah. So over a certain amount of time, you check in. And you check in and see, how is this? Like, not really to pick and analyze every single thing that's happening, but just to engage with your partner, determine if everything is
to see where they are emotionally.
Are we connected? Is this what you want still? And then after I did like the one time, I just forgot about it. And as you see, I'm no longer in that relationship. So
I do try to do it often now, especially with everything that seems like it's kid based. It's either talking about this kid, that kid. There's 4 of them. So it's this kid, that kid. Bills, like just that sort of stuff I do from time to time. Like, are you good? Or if I notice that we're doing it a lot, I try to be like, I'll make a conscious decision on my end. Let's not mention this today. If this is not urgent, let's just mention it a different day. Let's have a conversation that doesn't involve bills
or the children,
responsibility. Like, what are you doing today?
How you feeling,
kind of thing. And I feel like I'm getting that in return now, but that also took us a very long time.
That's what I'm saying.
To get there.
Relationships, they take a lot.
They take a lot. They're a lot of work.
They are.
Shit, they're a lot of work.
And then in thinking about that, because I came to this, I mean, it's not really an epiphany, but I was driving somewhere and it just popped into my head, like, being in a relationship, you are 2 individuals. You can think that you know what your partner is thinking. You can think that you know how they feel about something just because you say, I know them so well. And you can be making an assumption that is not true.
That's correct.
And in relationships, it's 2 different people going through 2 different sets of life. So you have to be sure that, there's a chance that this person may not feel that same way.
That's true.
And
Girl. We got 2017 teach you something.
Me a little bit, eh? But
that's so real. You get to a point where you're like, we're a unit, but you're still 2 very different people who change over time.
Yes, that's the part that people miss.
Completely explain it. Like, it's understandable. And for one partner, they may be going through a change that they don't understand, so they don't always know how to articulate that. And in that moment, they may do things that are stupid. I'm making no excuses for nobody. I'm just saying, in that moment, if I feel like I'm changing and I don't understand it, I'm going to go into panic mode. And I'm just going to go to a familiar space. And that familiar space might not be good or a place where I feel like I'm in control. So it's one of those things where you just have to kind of be mindful.
Mindfulness is huge.
You know, we are on this path together and we're one, but you are still your own person. You progress at a different rate. You go out in life and you experience things that challenge your beliefs, your, you know, your life. Like, they challenge you in a way that could cause you to change. And, you know, unfortunately, you might bring that back home. And not all change is bad change.
No. Absolutely not.
You know, it's just, you just got to be mindful of that. And just communication, really.
Oh my God.
If you feel like you're changing, I don't think to me, I think it would be so sexy, like in any couple, to just sit me down. Baby, I am going through some things. I don't understand it.
Let me know what you're thinking.
I don't understand it. I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. This is what I need from you.
Like,
and even if...
Tell me what you need, babe.
But even if that's not... Because let's flip it to... Tell me what you need, but at the same time, I think people need to learn to say, what can I do
that's true.
to help you through this?
You're right.
What can I do?
Because we may have a way that we think would be best for you to go through it, and we're going to share that. No. What do you need from me? How can I help you? In the way that you accept help, same way, in the way that you accept love. How should I love you rather than I'm going to love you how I love I do this, you know, how I want to be loved, because people accept love in different ways, because you learn love in different ways. When you're a kid, you might have learned love through hugs or whatever. Other people might have learned love through, you know, gifts or whatever. Like, it's just
different ways. So
it's pretty interesting.
You know, from watching Marriage Boot Camp, really.
Oh Lord.
I learned that they had the episode of trauma, like people going through trauma and how it shaped their lives. And I think we have talked about it before, about how people are starting to realize their childhood shapes your adult life in ways that you may never realize until you are well into your 30s. God bless the people that figured it out sooner, and even before they actually get into
real relationships,
a marriage or long-term committed relationships. But you know, everybody been messed up. Everybody's been traumatized on some level. Everybody got their own baggage, and in a relationship, it's really just I want to work my shit out with you, and I'm willing to work your shit out with me. Let's just work our shit out together. And
but it does go back to like mindfulness. Like, you have to actually reflect and figure out what has happened in my life that caused me to react to certain things in this way. So it's not necessarily like some people may believe, you know, because my parents stayed together and because blah blah blah. That don't mean you got your shit together, because if your parents were together, were they fighting all the time?
And that's the thing.
They, you know, like, you can still mess everything up because of the way that you were raised. Like, so it does take a lot. You have to realize, am I snapping on people all the time because of so-and-so, or my spouse for so-and-so? Like, I don't know. You kind of have to reflect on it, figure out what.
You really do.
Yeah.
And self-reflection is not easy.
Oh, it's not.
It is not easy. You gonna cry. You gonna come to some things where you can like, this is ugly about me.
You gonna be depressed for a little while, and ain't nothing wrong with being depressed just for a minute. But you know, you gotta bring yourself back out. Realize, okay, I've learned the bad things. How can I fix them? And then take the opportunity to, you know, take the action to fix.
And some people, because you know, some people don't realize. Myself personally, realize that you have certain things going on in there, and you might need to talk to somebody to help kind of direct your train of thought, to help you discover a little bit more about yourself. So if you do find yourself in that state and you need help, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong. Guy, female, nothing wrong with asking for help. And just making sure that you are not setting unrealistic goals onto your partner, because no one is perfect. They can be perfect for you, but they're not perfect.
Never
and
going
I feel
to
like
be perfect.
In relationships, sometimes you do put the other partner on a pedestal, and you may say things unintentionally, and they hear that, they feed it, and it sometimes make them feel like they can't be vulnerable with you. They can't shatter this image
that you created
of them. Right. So it's just a matter of making sure that you're seeing your partner for who they are, and you're, you know, accepting them
as they are.
Yeah, it's just, you know. Hey, my relationships work, but it's a lot. You getting tired sometimes, but they can be very fulfilling.
Definitely,
and very, very beautiful.
Definitely.
While we're on the topics of relationships, realistic expectations and things like that out of a partner and your relationship, do you feel? Because I've been seeing a good bit over the while. You'll hear couples like, "Man, we've been together for 7 years," and call it quits, and it's shitty because in my mind I just think that's so much time you invested to start all over from scratch,
girl.
And it's like, should there be a time limit on courtship relationship? Like, I guess at what point do you say, all right, babe, we've been dating for about 4 years now. Is there a ring in sight? Like, where do you see this going? And if they say, yeah, it's a ring in sight, how long are you willing to wait for that?
Okay, well, it all depends for me. It depends, because I know some people have like we just talked about expectations. Some people, women who I know, have timelines.
Yeah.
I need to be married by this time, blah, blah, blah. So say they're 27.
Yeah.
30 is their timeline. 30 is, I need to be married by 30, blah, blah, blah. If she gets into a relationship and she's with the guy and he's like, okay, well, it's cool, we're going, you know, things are going well, and then you get to 29 and you're like, well, waiting on 30, you know, but your relationship is not where it's supposed to be. Absolutely not. You shouldn't be concerned. To me, and that's what I had to learn. I did have a timeline for my life. It was basically married by 28, kids, so that I can have all my kids, because I want to have 5 kids. I say I want to have 5 kids. I ain't having one. So I don't know. I don't know what the Lord want for me. I don't know what the Lord want for me.
There used to be a time I'm like, oh, she crazy about these 5 children. Girl, I mean, you got 4. You got 4. I mean,
so
I'm gonna just sit right here, keep my mouth closed. I ain't got no room to talk about how many number of children I have.
But in all honesty, like, you know, you have to think about it as what is working for my life, because even now, like I said, it used to be 28, be married by. I'm 29 now, and I'm like, I can't imagine, like, I gotta deal with you every day, all day. Like, I'm just in a different space. So essentially, you can't put that type of stress or strain on your relationship to say this is the amount of time that I'll give to whatever. In my mind, it used to be, oh, I would only give 2 years. And this was back when I was like 21, 22. Oh, we together for 2 years. We gotta get married after that.
He was green as hell.
I was green as fuck. Like, I wish that because then once
you know nothing,
right? And it's just at that point, it's so funny because a little later, like I'm just keep it 100. Like there was a time when marriage was on the table and I was running. Okay, I was like, I'm not ready. I can't do this. No. You know, so it's like you can think of what things are supposed to be, but where you actually are at that age or that time frame, it could be a completely different place. Okay. Like, even with thinking about how if I had married at 28, if I had my first kid this year, like that's a scary thought for me. I know you got 4. I love you.
Oh, they're not scary at all points in time.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm just like, I couldn't imagine myself with a kid now. At 29, and I'm 29, so it's like, Carrie, are you having children or what? What are you doing? What are you gonna do with your life? So yeah, I definitely believe that a lot of people, you know, you can have a time frame for yourself, but you need to also be realistic about what your life is going to be like, or I don't know. I guess
just be able to adjust that time,
right?
I guess my.
I don't think I answered your question. I think I took it off.
No, you did. And you're pretty much saying that you can't put a timeline on it. You just got to go with the flow of how you and your partner have to be on the same wavelength at the same time.
Wait, it ain't even about my partner. I want what God want for me to have.
So you and God,
got something.
You and God got to be on the same path.
Whatever He tell me.
Got you.
Yeah, I ain't about to be worried about. And that's because I've gone through what I went through, and to get to the point where I'm like, okay, so I'm not making the rules here, because if I was.
My 2017. Say it again, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, girl, that both are 2017.
My God. You are not in control.
You are not in control.
Sit down.
Simmer down.
Sit down. let me show you who I am. They call me God with the capital G. Capital G. You gonna see who in charge. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna learn you something. My God. Woo.
Okay.
But I laugh about it now.
Yeah. When it was happening.
In it?
Real bad.
Yeah, I was like, I need to control this. I need to. And
that's why, but me right now, I gave it all away. It was like, I gave it all, I'm prostrate with grief. Like.
There was a tweet that said, I don't even play an active role in my own life.
No, absolutely not. Because I was listening to this song, and the rapper said, it's actually Boogie, he said, your soul don't even belong to you. You lease it. So I'm like, you right. I'm not in control of nothing. I don't own nothing. I ain't got nothing. Lord, just do whatever you want to.
Right. That's what we doing?
Right. All right, that's fine. You gonna bring him in now? Okay, bring him into my life. That ain't okay, take him away. I give it away.
I'm gonna do this till you tell me now.
Whatever you want me to do.
This where we at.
Whatever you want me to do. Okay.
Well, that question stemmed from, I think this past week, we found out that Cameron and Juju broke up.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought they were a really cute couple. And they were together for like 10 years. And then it just made me think about Jen Jones and Chrissy.
Oh, yeah.
They were together for so long.
I get why you brought it up. Okay.
And then, I don't know if this is a great example, but Peter and Tara were together for 13 years. Like, it's just like... But scratch that last one. But just, relationships where it's like,
we're together, but we're not going to the next step.
And then they break up, and it's like, that's
but Chrissy and Jim are back together.
Oh, okay. So
they took a picture or something.
Well, they always do.
Yeah, they back and forth. But to me, it's like, it really goes by what you're comfortable with. Like, it's their relationship. When you're in the relationship, you make your own rules. Like, your relationship does not have to look like, what is it?
Anybody else's,
right, at all. Like, it's whatever
you and your partner,
right? Whatever y'all doing
that y'all want. Please make sure you talk about it.
Yes,
don't just decide in your mind.
And then like, oh, okay.
But it's really whatever you and your partner, however you shape it, however you want it to go.
Right.
And just live your life. So, well, that was like I said, it was always just saddening to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it is sad to see when people have been together for so long, but it really, like, how much of that time was actually active relationship, and how much was we've been together so long, we just gonna stay together.
Ooh, that's a good one. Because you do have a lot of people who are just like,
be careful.
This is what I know. I've been in this for so long. I guess it's a flip side to that. I've been in this for so long. This is all I know.
Right.
Might as well rock it out.
I mean, Well, guys, we're going to cut it off here.
Yeah, we are.
And we will see you next time. Make sure that you subscribe, rate, comment, share, like. All that.
Comment. Oh, you said that.
Yeah, I did. Okay. That's all right.
All of that stuff.
All that.
But all right.
And
we'll see you next week.
See you next time.
Bye.